Hi, BookTube. I noticed that it's been a day since I made a video, and I'm sitting here in the dining room. It's 9:33 at night. It is January the 9th, 2017. I'm sitting here in the dining room and I'm trying to finish this book, The Village, A History of Greenwich Village, 400 Years of Beats, Bohemians, Radicals, and Rogues. I was reading the section here on the chapter called From Folk to Rock. It's talking about how in Greenwich Village you had the folk music scene and how it became in the mid-60s rock and roll. And I'm reading in this chapter on Jimi Hendrix. I didn't know that Jimi Hendrix's name was, he was born Johnny Allen Hendrix by his mother at birth, but then his name was changed to Jimi Hendrix. Well, his father legally changed it to James Marshall later on. Jimi Hendrix grew up in Seattle. I didn't know that. Anyway, so I was reading this chapter. It's almost, and the next chapter is on Lenny Bruce and Valerie Solonis. I never heard of her, but I just mentioned in a couple of videos in the past that I found at a thrift store a book on Lenny Bruce that I was going to read sometime in the beginning of this year. It's down in the lower level. I don't have it. So I was reading this tonight. And today, like I said, well, this morning, my wife and I, we went early and we went grocery shopping. And then we went to a thrift store. Didn't find any books. And then we went and got dog food for our little dog Rudy. And then we came home and it was about 11 o'clock. So I didn't read anything this morning. During the afternoon, I read some more of Neil Zink, private novelist fiction. And then I read this afternoon some more of Pursuit of the Prodigal. This is a novel by Louis Auchincloss. This was published in 1959, copyright. I'm almost done with it. So I've been reading that this afternoon. And then I read some of this book, The Art of Rivalry, 4 Friendships, Betrayals, and Breakthroughs in Modern Art. So I got by Sebastian, Smee. So that's what I read today. Tomorrow's a Tuesday. I didn't get any books in the mail. I did get 2 CDs in the mail by this group called Inflammable Ruinations. This is their album Fanitude, which I really came across on the internet. It's really dark, you can tell by the cover. And then I bought their other album by Inflammable Ruination, Misshapen Congeality Anthropy. So some really brutal death metal or black metal. I don't really know the difference between black and death metal, but these are pretty dark. I haven't listened to them tonight. Tonight I was listening to some other CDs I got in the mail. Was it last week? I got some CDs But anyway, so that's what I'm doing. Not much else on my mind. I did write in my January 2017 diary today. I ended on page 21. Yeah, I didn't really read anything this morning according to my diary. See, when I get CDs in the mail, I put the stickers here. This is Zorin Unorthia, some Icelandic metal group, death metal group. And then I got a Darkthrone CD. Their album Arctic Thunder. I think they're a German metal band. So yeah. So I put that stuff. I got nothing going on this week according to my calendar. 12th is we have a full moon. My wife is really into the moon. She said it's a wolf moon. So on the 12th, which is a Thursday, we have here in West Michigan, well, United States, or the world, I don't know who sees the moon. Maybe everybody sees it differently. But here, according to my calendar, it's a full moon on the 12th. So that's what's going on here today. Not much else to report. So feel free to comment. Somebody commented about my pronunciation. I made a video about that a while back. I know I can't pronunciate when it comes to book titles and names of authors, and so he commented about my pronunciation of Picasso. Is that? I should look it up, but anyway. So forgive me for my mispronunciations, for the butchering of the English language, but I'm gonna make the videos, and I'm not gonna stop. So I'm gonna make all kinds of blunders, especially in Spanish names and French names and Japanese names and Egyptian names of authors and writers and painters and poets, and book titles, and like I told the person who commented that my wife was always correcting me about pronunciation, and I don't know why. I think I've mentioned that when I read by memory, not by pronunciation. I have to, I can't memorize. I mean, I can't memorize like poetry or long sections of the Bible, but I've been reading so much. I think that how I read is by remembering what I've read. I mean, not like I can look at a page and memorize it, but because I can't pronunciate. So yeah, so I just thought I made a comment that you would forgive me for my mispronunciations and my tongue-tied, like I'm an old Pentecostal. I'm speaking in unknown tongues, speaking in the tongues of angels. Sometimes I wonder, because I can't pronunciate and I don't read clearly, and I'm kind of clogged, and why I wanted to be a minister when I can't. Because obviously if I was a preacher and I was preaching in some church, I'd be making all kinds of pronunciation mistakes. It'd be embarrassing. Here I'm supposed to be a proclaimer of God's word, and there I'm up there just making all kinds of mistakes in pronunciation, especially if I was reading the King James Bible. If I was going through the chapters of 1st and 2nd Chronicles, or trying to read all the names and the genealogies of David or Jesus of Nazareth, it would be just terrible. That's why I've always admired people who can stand up and just read in perfect, clear, the King James Bible. I wish I could. But anyway, so I do pray that you're having a good week, and I'll probably make a video tomorrow, sometime next 24 hours. So I'll just sign off. Until next time, bye.